wrote an article, 5 players from the Senior Bowl that could help transform the Browns. We'll take a look at a couple of them, as many as we have time allowed. You've got Mason Taylor, tight end from LSU. And when you look at that, the projected draft selection for him is 3rd round. What did you see from Taylor?
Yeah, I really like Taylor. I think you can play him in line and split him out as well. He's actually more impressive as a route runner than I thought. And he really improved in that area, I think, this year. He has really plucky hands and he can kind of pluck the ball on the run. So a good pass catcher. And I think what makes him attractive to the Browns is that I think he gives you a lot more than some of the other guys in the blocking game.
All right, another guy is Essery, offensive tackle from Minnesota. It's Ariante Essery. What'd you see from him?
Yeah, he's a really solid, big. And the thing I really like about him is he's a true left tackle in this class. There aren't a lot of those, and most of the top guys that are being talked about are kind of tweeners. Will they play tackle? Will they play guard at the next level? But Ursary is definitely a tackle. He anchors very well. He played great down at the Senior Bowl. And I think he's a guy that could be on the rise and, definitely probably more of a top 50 pick in this draft. So if the Browns could maneuver somewhere to get him, I don't know if 33 is a little too rich, but if they could get him somewhere in that 2nd round, that would be great.
Another one, quarterback, and you have him potentially going in the 2nd round at pick 33, is Jackson Dart, quarterback from Ole Miss. What'd you see from him? He's a guy that he intrigues me. I've seen him play a couple of times for Ole Miss. One of them was the bowl game, and I watched it, and it was like he's throwing the ball it's lateral passes, and then he kills it over the middle of the field. But there's not intermediate to the numbers. It's just a very gimmicky type offense for Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, the Ole Miss offense is certainly one that isn't very, pro style. Definitely more of a college offense of system. I think he's got potential. He's an interesting guy. He's definitely more of a project though. So he doesn't really help us out too much next season, but down the road, could he be a guy that develops into a solid starter? The potential is there, but that will be up to Stefanski and Tommy Rees to be able to develop a quarterback like that, and the jury's still out on that.
All right. Another guy that you have is a wide receiver, Jalen Noel, wide receiver from Iowa State. You have him projected 3rd round, which would be 94th for the Browns. What'd you see from him? What'd you like?
Yeah, he's a guy that I really, really like. He can play. He's a little bit smaller build, but he plays a lot bigger than his size. And I think you can put him in a slot. He can play outside. When I watch him, it's hard for me not to see a little bit of Steve Smith in him. He's physical, aggressive, and he's got a little bit of juice and can run. And he's a great, great route runner.